Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Judith Plains, Montana by DJ Modding. This is a 4X map coming soon to DJ's itch.io page. I do have a link to that down in the description if you want to follow this map and its development. Be coming out very, very soon. Let's take a look. So this is a 4X map. And do be aware, we are looking at a preview build. So this is by far not the final version of this map. Things are subject to change. But you see, we've got fairly squarish fields. We will be taking a kind of a fly around the map here in a little while. But right now we're working this area right here. There are 6 farms pre-placed on this map, all a little bit different. Most, if not all of them, have animals or will have animals. 2 distinct towns, one to the north, one to the south, and lots of kind of rolling valleys and other such things. If you don't know DJ Modding, maybe you know some of his past products, like Upper Mississippi Valley in FS 19 and 22, somewhere in Canada, Deer County, Oklahoma 4X, Red River Valley, Green Valley, Nebraska, and then again Upper Mississippi River Valley in 22. This map is also loaded with productions. We'll take a look at those in a moment. And we have extra crops for those of you who are into that. Alfalfa and clover have been added to this map. We do have support for precision farming for those playing on precision farming. Supposed to get some precision farming updates soon. You see we got a ton of animals areas. Like I said, we're still working on a dev build, so things are not quite final. For example, fences are yet to be put in, so if you see all of our animal pastures without fences, that's not how it'll be in the end. What's up, Pagan? But I can tell you my initial thoughts when I loaded the map up and looked around was incredible. The map's just absolutely visually stunning. I think this will be the map that a lot of you guys have been waiting on, hoping for. I think it'll be great in multiplayer. Let's go park this over here to unload our harvester. And then take a little look around. Yep, turn back on. Yep, let's do that. Also, you may or may not have heard the drop. GTX is back at it, and he posted a teaser on his YouTube channel over the weekend. Easy dev controls for Farming Simulator 25 coming soon. That's about all we know at this point. All right, let's get a little bit of altitude and take a little closer look around. So I decided to start here. We're kind of close to the middle of the map. Field by, or the farm by 49, which is in grass. Got a big ham mowing that right now. So I believe this one's set up with a sheep and goat pasture. We have 2 cow pastures here as well. I think DJ mentioned something about chickens. I don't think chickens are on here yet. I suspect they'll be coming. And again, fences, they're going to be installed here soon. You'll see businesses without signage. That's going to be installed soon as well. This map is still a work in progress. So make your way down here to the southwest corner. A little bit of a plateau that we're up on. A couple bridges will take us to this lower southern section. Nice covered bridge. You will need to kind of pay attention to how you get to this area, or how you get to some of those fields because of that small covered bridge. It's going to be somewhat limiting the size of machine you're going to be able to drive through that bridge. What's up, Rez? DJ modding. Man of the hour. This map is incredibly gorgeous. After looking at over 1,000 maps over my farm sim career, I don't say that very often. So many maps for me are ho-hum. And then you fire up something like this and you're like, oh yeah. It's got me excited. Not all flat fields, right? We got some nice subtle rolling hills here. I did find one field you may want to change a little bit. It kind of wraps down around a pretty steep cliff. Here we have the southern town. I haven't counted up the productions yet. Let's do that. There's a ton of productions on this map. One, pizza company, biogas plant. 2, canning factory. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 available. And that's before, I think, we're factoring in the fermenting silos at the various farms. Those aren't listed here. But what do we got? We got a pizza company to make pizza, flour, cheese, tomatoes, chili peppers, and garlic. Or chili peppers, garlic, and mushrooms. Mushrooms. We got a biogas plant, canning factory, carpentry. We got a cement plant, Country View Dairy, making soy milk for all you city folk who are lactose intolerant. We got the Duckhorn Winery, making grape juice for the kids, raisins for California, and wine for the sophisticated city folk. We got our flour mill. We can even make corn flour, so we have ourselves some cornbread. Jack Daniel's Whiskery. We're not in Kentucky. What? Any rate, corn, dry corn, barley, and water. So we have corn dryers on the map. Montana Bakery, where they also make pasta. We got our oil plant, corn oil. Rocky Mountain Ethanol, dry corn, sorghum, propane, and corn. So propane is available on the map. Something you will need a custom trailer to transport. That is going to be, I think, included with the download. We got Sawmill. We got our Spinnery, Taylor, and Yingling beer. I think it's a favorite of DJ. Barley, water, brews. What can go wrong with that? Well, it's Kentucky bourbon, right? Bourbon's only made in Kentucky. Isn't that the deal? I do like this. I do like this treatment of the two different bridges. Of course, one's a train bridge, one's a driving bridge. Ethanol plant, obviously. I think you mentioned it PAX, right? Two trains? Or am I just remembering that wrong? We even go in and get ourselves a Big Mac at the MacD's. Obviously, this is going to be PC only. It is a 4X map. And it's going to be over at itch.io. Again, that is linked in the description. For those that want to follow the progress of the map. So there's a third farm. Let me show you this one field while we're at it. Where are we at? Field 25. I don't know, you may want to bring this up a little bit. Curves down a bit much, I think. Curves down a bit much. This over here isn't, you know, that's not bad. But the other one feels a bit much. This isn't too bad either. I was looking at this one. We've harvested on ground like that before. Like that's legit. This feels a little extreme. Right, that just feels a little much there. Oh, we got rivers, we got dirt roads, we got some forestry. Farm number 4. I'm sure there's other folks showing this map off. Don't know which farms they've picked to use. Where are we at here? Let's make our way up to the northeast. Let's just admire some stuff. Let's just stand here at the bridge and admire this. Right? I mean, if you can't appreciate it, so, Mr. Dio, it's not flat. It's not super hilly either. Here we have the blue farm. I don't know why it should be called the blue farm at all. Yeah, we got another one right here. What's up, Chad? So what, that was farm 4? Maybe 5? I almost picked this one. No. I almost picked the one right up the road. Because I like this. Right? It's like, come on. What's up, Andrew? How's it going? This one's an interesting farm because it seems to have a BGA attached to it. This one I think is the one that's most complete. This may be the one that most folks are maybe playing, if they're playing and recording or streaming. The farmhouse. Then we go across this little river, creek, to another little cow pasture, sheep pasture, something. And then straight through here to a biogas plant. And then across this railroad track loop. Have an interesting loop. Get this field within the loop. Right, so the train comes through here, gets in the loop, services this train silo, and then comes out of the loop and continues on. And then we have the town up here in the northwest. This is where your vehicle shop is going to be. Or is. Obviously your animal dealer. Another train silo. And then your John Deere dealership. And I just jumped into one of these things. I think I jumped into that harvester. I was able to jump into that harvester. So this stuff might be usable. It might be usable at the end too. What's going on at Applebee's? Half off, 2 to 5 p.m. daily. Oh wait, it's happy hour, guys. Maybe we should just go in here and get some Yingling. Then north of our farm a little bit, we've got some more productions here. Sell points and things. This I really like. Let's get over here. Courseplay are helpers. We got petting zoo. We got a little sheep and a goat for petting zoos. Over here at the farmer's market. Okay. Oh, look, I parked this thing perfect. They're just pets. So, I mentioned stubble destruction. Right, so we got stubble destruction on the map. As a result, we kind of have taller than normal stubble. I don't know if you can make the windrows any taller. Does make your windrows a little hidden. It's drink night at the Applebee's. Get to work. Base game helpers in 25 are a lot better than 22. Since they turn on the field, unless you've got a ditch in the field, they're not going to be driving into ditches. What are you doing just sitting there? Is something in your way? Oh my gosh, I lost the sign. There, go to work. Okay. The EXO, that's great. Love to know how this looks. Does it feel like home? Does it feel like the area? Oh my gosh, we got birds flying through here. Okay, let's park that thing here. What's over here? Hello, Mr. Chicken. Are you pretending that you're not alive? You're not breathing like the Hoff Bergman chicken, so I think you're good. All right. Well, there you go. If you can recognize the town before the town is named, then yep. I do believe it's accurate. All right. Where's this bakery at? Flour mill. Let's make some flour. Where are you at, flour mill? Oh, you're that way. All right, let's get the real life experience here. DJ may have a time frame he's shooting for. Oh, this is a long bridge. The pleasures of a 4X map, the long drives to and from places. Yeah, I think this will be excellent for plains and prairies. In fact, you're looking at the map we're going to show plains and prairies off on. Oh, this is the town of City of Hobson. I should have covered my load. I'm really excited to check out Plains and Prairies because the blog post mentioned that we would have tarps that go across the load, right? Not just instant on, instant off. I want to see if that's going to extend beyond the DLC items into other items as well. DJ, what was the motivation on the location? Some of those cars back there were recessed in the ground a little bit. Oh, should we? Man, if I would paid attention, I'd have put barley in. Chad, probably not. I expect it's going to be released over at itch.io. I mean, I think from what I've extrapolated from what some folks have told me about when they have sent in things to the mod hub, for example, the map that released last week, Oak City, I believe it was named, he uploaded that early March. Early March is when that map was uploaded. It didn't go into testing until earlier this month. And then it was a fairly quick process to get released. 2 months of waiting on being tested. 2 months for anything sent to the mod hub, basically. And that's if Giants is prioritizing maps. I don't think they are. At least not anymore. All right, let's make our way back. So I think there's just been an overwhelming submission rate for mods that they just can't keep up with the influx. So sadly, if it was going to go to the mod hub, you're looking at probably an August release, right? I mean, who wants that? That's the sad truth at this point. I think submissions may drop off to the mod hub simply because people are like, well, forget it, I'm not gonna wait 2 months. That's why I'm hoping where GTX says easy dev controls is coming soon. I hope it's already been uploaded to Giants for a while. Oh, Steve, I drive full throttle. What's this Giant get over their snarky, scummy third-party crap? I need you to explain what that means. Oh, I just shut her down. Well, Tony, itch.io it's gonna be pretty safe. Now, are they berating you about having mods from third-party sites because it's the same mod that was released on the mod hub? Because that is pretty scummy to download mods from somewhere else that are on the mod hub. Because map authors and modders get some compensation for the downloads that they get off the mod hub. So by obtaining the mods from somewhere else, you're basically taking from the mappers and modders. Why are you not unloading? Oh, this is barley. What, do I have wheat in here? Oh, I do. Cause I mean, I don't get those warnings when I load up off Bergman or the map and mods from here. So, yeah, I don't think that's a Giants thing. As the Axo says, I know that some folks like Universal Autoload has some language in there if they detect that it's not from an official source. Well, Rattle, I can tell you that, I mean, it requires you to trust me, but as a 30-year veteran in the IT industry, if I'm going to link to something, I'm going to link to something that I know is safe. And I'm going to link to something that I am willing to download. So I'd venture to say that you should feel safe with downloading anything that I link to. Now that we have barley, we can make Yingling, or we can make whiskey and rye. No, we don't whiskey and rye, right? No, corn. We don't have any corn. We're gonna have to stick with barley and beer. That's what we're gonna have to do. Barley and beer. No, Raz, your antivirus is Windows Defender. I finally lost my sign. There we go. Fold her up. Now, I want to mention that I will be at Sim Gaming Expo first weekend in September. Anyone in the greater Chicago area or can maybe attend or get to the greater Chicago area first weekend in September should give the Sim Gaming Expo a little bit of potential consideration. It's going to be focusing on simulation-based games, farm sim, driving games, and other such things, racing titles. I'm really looking forward to going to the inaugural show. Here we have Sim Gaming Expo, September 5th through 7th in Chicago. Get your tickets now. Oh, Sparks is going to be there? Sweet. I met him in a Wisconsin event. Oh, Ultrasaurus is going to be there. I met her at the Wisconsin event as well. We're also going to have various companies that are part of sim racing and sim gaming. Go check out simgamingexpo.com. Again, if you are in the Chicago area and can make it, it's definitely going to be well worth it to attend. That's all I can say for now. Oh, Raz, I can't say for now. but I can say that if there was an event that Giants was going to attend that would align with, oh my gosh, yeah, in cab I can't even see the windrows, that would align with their interests in farm sim and align with their interests as a as a publisher for Project Motor Racing, it would be the Sim Gaming Expo. Don't you think? Prox King, I should. I never assume anything until it is a fact, but I should. As a silver partner, right? I should. Yeah. Double destruction is cool and all, but it's like nigh impossible to see the windrows. Unless you're flying from above. But I'm really excited for Sim Gaming Expo because y'all might not know that in early 2016, late 2015, I made my way back to PC gaming from being gone for a very long time. And what drew me back to PC gaming was sim racing, specifically iRacing. And I did that for probably a good year. So it must have been 2015. Maybe late 2014 when I got back into it. Because I did that for pretty much a year. And then toward the end of 2016, found myself wanting to do something between the races. Because if you're not familiar with iRacing, at the time, it's changed a little bit since then, but at the time, it was player on player, scheduled races. There was no AI races. Every race was scheduled out. Every race was planned, and you basically raced with real people at a specific time and date. Well, the higher up you are in the, I guess, racing brackets, if you want to use that term, the longer the races are and the less frequent the races happen. So I looked for something to basically occupy myself between the races. And I had started seeing recommended to me some videos about this Farming Simulator 17 and everything. So I was like, oh, I'll check that out. So that's what I did. Checked it out, got it, and I would farm sim between the races. And then slowly I decided that I would rather farm sim than race because it was less stressful. And sometime in the 2017 timeframe, I pretty much hung up my iRacing career in favor of playing farm sim. And that's where we are. But I still like sim racing. We do it from time to time here on the channel, over on our secondary channel. And I'm very excited about Project Motor Racing when it's going to launch later this year. We're definitely going to be doing weekly races over on our secondary channel when that does happen. So like I said, Sim Racing Expo is right up my alley. I can't wait till, yeah, I mean, Plains and Prairies is going to be awesome with all the versatile tractors. I think it's a Vaderstad planter that's coming. I don't think there's a versatile planter. Let's look that up. And just remind everybody what's coming up here. $8.99 if you pre-order, all the way up till release day on June 3rd. It's going to be $8.99. It is part of the Year 1 Season Pass, so if you already picked that up, then you already own it. You just need to wait for its release. 3 new brands, 21 machines. We haven't seen a DLC this size until Farm Sim 19. All the DLCs for 22 were small, other than the expansions. And I don't count those as, well, they're DLCs, but I don't count those. They're different, right? So the Anniversary Pack, small. Oxbow, small. Aggravation, right, 14. That's getting up there. Pay and Forage, 17. Gouville, that was like 6, right? Vermeer, that was like 5 things. Kubota was like a half dozen things, right? But we get back here to Farm Sim 19, and we have the Curveland Vicon Pack, 21 pieces, right? So we got to go way back there to get anything of this size. And $8.99. That's the deal. Any rate, what's included? Well, we get Versatile. We basically get their entire product line from the medium tractor Nemesis, our 95 to 272 horsepower. Their large tractor, 300, 400 horsepower of the MFWD. They're very large tractors in the Delta Track, 583 to 665. We get some classic Versatile Fords in the 976 or the 1156. We've got the Big Roy, this 1080. 4-axled tractor, 600 horsepower there. We get an International LT Series Semi. We have the Versatile V7 front loader arms. We have the Salford Independent Series Disc Harrow, 18-meter working width there. The Vaterstad Tempo K24 planter, 18-meter working width there. We have the Seedhawk 84 Cedar, 25 meters, and combine that with the Seed Tank. We've got the Fendt Rogator 900 Cedar Sprayer, not Cedar Sprayer, sprayer and spreader. And then Salford with its Air Boom solid fertilizer spreader. And then Gia coming to the game with 2 slurry takers and this massive semi slurry transport trailer. Oh, did I miss Trout River? Has a live bottom rear lift semi trailer, which is going to be really cool. So just back up to something, lift up the rear and dump it in. Any place where you used to have to use a wheel loader, you can now use that trailer to dump. So really cool pack. I think it's going to hit on a lot of fronts. Seems like we're getting a lot of traction on this pack. I was surprised at the negativity of the Nexat pack. I thought this was a pretty good deal, and I thought it was pretty well interest back when this Nexat was a big deal when it was initially announced a couple years ago. But folks seem to lose interest in that. But I am glad to see Plains and Prairies still has some folks excited for things coming. The next set wasn't a mod in 22. It was something else. The level of quality and detail you get on a Giants DLC is far and above 99% of the mods that are released out there. But it does take time to legally obtain the licensing to this stuff for it to be available on console and go through all the rigmaroles of company stuff. So while a modder can whip something up in a few months It's often a couple years to get anything official into the game. What is this? Why do I have a random chicken over here? Hello, random chickens. You escaped? I don't even have chickens. I don't know where these guys come from. Jonah, he's talking about the next set. Or whatever it was called in 22. Well, it's yeah, you can't buy anything for less than $10, it seems, anymore. Wow. We're done harvesting. All right, let's go. I was gonna, oh man, we don't want to go down there. I was gonna bring out the next set tonight, but I decided to go with this big CR11 instead. Watch the Yingling place be in the north. Where are you at? Are you the north? Well, where are you at? Tagged. Oh, sweet. Untag. You're right here? Oh, it's like you was meant to be. Oops. There was something like the Big Roy in, I don't know what farm sim it was, but I don't think it was that. It may have been Farm Sim 17, but I think it was a Fent. I think I messed with it a little bit. Oh, we're just taking down all the road signs. Oh, what did I just drive over? Oh, a little bush. Oh no, some logs or something. So here we have our grain dryer, and then our silo. I haven't looked up any vids on the Big Roy actually. Oh, we saw the Gearinghoff. We saw these Gearinghoff headers at the farm show this year. Okay. Yingling. Yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing Plains and Prairies out on this map. I think this is it. It is indeed. Activate. We gotta find water. But mods and DLCs, right? We're gonna need some custom tankers for our propane and our diesel. Can a guy loop through here? Yes, he can. Oh, that's funny. What is this? I don't know what it is, but let's see if they take wheat. I don't think they do. Oh, the whiskey in a jar. That's okay. We will just, we need to list out first. I want 19. Uh, 19 water, and we're gonna put a lot of water in it. There we go. We now have water for our beer. If you're like, hey, how did you do that? I have some videos on dev console commands worth go checking out in the FS25 how to playlist. Oh. This is a little tight. Let's go find some place to sell this wheat. Get it out of the way. Maybe I shouldn't have taken this road. That's okay. We'll just go up here in the north and make our way back around. Yeah, I mean, the sell points are a little tight for a triple road train. Oh, look at this little cornfield just randomly over here. Leave no road sign left behind. Oh, what do we got this? Oh no, reduce our speed limit. City of Moccasin. Okay. We gotta make our way back up here to the shop at some point. If Tukey was here, we got a Casey's. What's up, PWR? Yeah, maps like this make North American maps great again, right? We have open spaces, we've got big fields, we've got details at the farmyards, in the towns, at the sell points. Along the roads, right? We have views like this. And this. What's up, Juan? No, this is going to be a 4X map. It's going to be limited to PC. All right, let's drop this trailer off across the road. And then we gotta go unload our harvester. This map is over a gig currently in size. I'm not sure he's completely done optimizing it yet at this point. I am not familiar with the requirements of Terraform to be able to speak towards that. I didn't think maps needed to be prepared for that, but I never used it in 22. Jared, thank you for the sub. All right. Yeah, back to here. No, we're doing just fine. Not overstressing the card at all. Streaming 1440p, 60 FPS. You gotta have quality settings. Before I was streaming, I was able to get 90 pretty steady on the map if I unlock the frame rate. Yeah, see, smooth operator. I just like that it's not flat as a board. Roads aren't parallel to each other at 90-degree angles, so you get good whoa! Oh, are you? Whoa, 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 buddy. Hey, come back here. Hey, stop. I want some ice cream. You know, you're getting annoying. Oh, you freaking kidding me. What does it take to get ice cream around here? What's up, Tony? Hey, bud. Where do I go to turn this thing in? No, it's not up here. Oh, it's over here at the generator. Oh. I was hoping I could sell it. So PWR, I do have a video also out on the channel that outline the settings I use for this card. Oh, now you come back. Jeez. No, it's not a 4090. I ain't got that much money. I got kids. It's a 4070 Ti. I got it for retail. Yeah, it looked like most of the stuff down here at the shop could be used. Yeah, if the ice cream truck comes by more than a couple times, I think they got ulterior motive. Oh, you know, oh my gosh, dude. Well, yes, I could show you my settings in game now. They added that feature. But yeah, all right, we got good view distances. I've not tried this map on my small system to see how integrated graphics works on it. Whoa, dude. Give some warning. Oh, stuff's still on the truck. Good. We don't have any ice cream trucks, but we do have an ice cream shop right down the hill. I was gonna go to it today, but I didn't get around to it. Well, right now things are just stupid priced. I don't think the silos at the farm are working. That's why I'm not trying to dump anything in the silos. All right, but don't forget about the Geringhoff Milo Star. Fastest sorghum harvester header available to you. Well, it is almost June, right? Sunday of June 1st. That means Tuesday, when Plains and Prairies comes out, it'll be June 3rd. Nearly halfway through the year. Halfway through the year one season pass. Is it too early to be speculating on what stars align might be? What do we got? Yeah, let's take this. Let's just see if I can get this over at the brewery. I like the straight but not straight roads. Well, a 7900 XTX is a pretty beastly card. Alright, let's not get stuck. Oh, we can do this. There we go. That is the prevailing theory right now. Is Mercedes possibly the old what is that thing? Yep. Unimog. Let's make our way back to the shop. Oh, I saw for the very first time the what's that? The Kubota Jeep. On my way to PAX, I saw the Kubota Jeep, like, out in the real world. Yeah. The rec store or something like that? Yeah, that. Oh my gosh, there's a chicken in the road. I thought it was Kubota, but it's, okay. The Mahindra one. Yeah, the Roxor. I saw it out in the wild on my way to PAX. It's just driving on the road. Brian, thank you for the sub. Don't know if they do or not. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Of course, we are still working with a preview build of the map. So, not everything is in place yet. So make no final judgments. Like, for example, the signage here at the dealership is not in place. The fences around the farm yards are not in place. I think the road signs and traffic were just recently added. Yeah, I think it was the road over there. I was driving down the road, and the road did a little shimmy. A Midwest chicane as we were coming to the bridge, because things didn't line up. What's up, Schultz? We'll just take out all the signs. Oh yeah, I parked the mower. Okay, we're good there. Get to work. Where you at? Here you are. Well, you know, it keeps people employed. Keeps people employed. That's all that matters. We also have, for those that are just coming in, this map is set up with additional crops of alfalfa and clover. Let's see what... Oh, growth. Come back here. Would you cooperate? We want to see harvest ready alfalfa. There you go. Harvest ready alfalfa with its little flowery buds. Ignore all that, please. Ignore all that. That'll go away on its own. It's not a problem. Showed up last week on Maypole. Oh, here's our ready to harvest clover. There's our ready to harvest clover. How tall is this field? Tomorrow we'll be doing a video on Hofbergman related to clover. Clover has an interesting feature on Hofbergman. We'll use that word. Where if you don't mulch the clover after cutting, it won't grow. There we go. That's good enough. Back to baling. No, that was just standard base game controls. I wish I had easy dev controls right now, but nope. That's available for everyone. Just standard base game GS field set state. Pulls up a menu, and then you just pick through there. It was one of the several commands I showed off in my dev controls video back when the game launched. Thought to go back to using this Bale accumulator and loading them manually. Where did I get... This is all base game equipment. Naro. I don't have a single mod other than the map. Everything I've been using today is base game. So if you're talking about the 3 Bale accumulator, well, you're going to be able to find that under balers. It's the Crone Big Pack. And you just say, add Bale collect. So there was... Did I see that there was a Bale Twine add-on released recently? I think I saw it drop, but I didn't really dig into it, and I didn't think too much about it at the time. But I kind of wonder what how it's different than what's in there already in the game. But the Bale accumulator just means I won't have to run around the field as much. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just I'm getting old, but I find myself using less and less mods every game version. Farm Sim 17, when I first started playing, mods were exciting, and it was like, oh, what's out available? Let me go look for mods and add them and yada yada yada. And then just every game version since, it's just been a little less interest each time. It's definitely because you're not old. That's what you're saying. Come to Chicago September 5th through 7th. Schultz, you can race the old man. September 5th through 7th at the Sim Gaming Expo. Maybe you weren't here when we were talking about it because you were still sleeping or something. Sim Gaming Expo, September 5th through 7th. I'll be there. It's going to be focusing on all types of sim gaming, be it driving, farming, truck sim. Man, it'd be awesome if SCS was there. What do we got? We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep. This won't take long at all to pick up. I also look back at like Farm Sim 17 and the amount of base game stuff we had was honestly so much less. We get so much now in game. Schultz, you need to get him to move the wedding to Chicago. If it's the first weekend. There we go. Let me remember the commands here. Unfold, no. Unfold and fold, okay. DJ still around? He'd be the one to answer that one. There's 3 up there. 3. 3. 3. See, Raz, that's the gift you give. You give the gift of being away from you. Happy 20th anniversary. Here's a trip of your own. No kids, no me. I mean, right now it's not a good representation, obviously, of the release, because there's no starting equipment, so it's hard to say. How do you know which farm is going to be the starting farm, if you even do own a farm at the start? Right? You might not even do that. Maybe one of those maps where you start in well, I was going to say you start in farm manager mode, but that doesn't exist anymore. Where you start by having, you know, as much money as you want. And it doesn't matter if you own or don't own the farm. Farm Miles River, I haven't tried because, again, we're working on a preview build. Things aren't finalized. Now, are you gonna stop now for me to get ice cream? Ha ha! All I had to do was drop a road sign in your way. What do you got? What do you got for sale? Oh, let's see here. I'll just take a Hey, buddy, can I get a rocket pop? Are you gonna give me a rocket pop or not? Fine. Be on your way then. Jeez. Rude guy. What's up, General Smith? Yeah, there are 6 farms pre-placed, at least. If not more. Lots of farmlands. Lots of animals pre-placed. We'll do another fly around here right before the end. And we'll be back on this map. This map will be the one we preview Plains and Prairies on. How's it been, Foremost Forever? It's been a while and a day since I last saw you. It's Invisifence for now. Fencing is being placed. In a later build. Oh, the barley stubble must be smaller than the wheat stubble, because we can see our windrows with the barley stubble. What's directly in front of us? Iron Ridge Grain. Okay. Yeah, General Smith, we've had Specialist Schultz trying to throw his weight around here. Glad to have you back. You can straighten him out. Raz, what if you told her there was going to be lawnmower racing? I know she likes to ride the lawnmower. All right, we're going to finish this field out. Then we're going to make another quick fly around the map, take a look at various farms in various areas, the landscape, other details. For anyone that's not seen other coverage, and I don't know if I'll be back on Wednesday or not. I might be busy. Holden, what's up, sir? Hold on, I haven't tried yet. We're working on a preview build, so things are very not finalized, and any determination on what is fixed and not fixed now wouldn't be accurate as to the final state of affairs. But be assured, once the map is in full release, it will be something we'll be checking for. That's probably right, Schultz, although I've got a different beta build, so there might be more built out. But I'm pretty confident, like the fermenter and the silo over here where I decided to set up shop, at least for tonight, isn't fully set up because I don't think the triggers are there for the silos yet. All right, let's get a little altitude. And we'll just take a look around real quick. So we have a town in the northeast corner. This is where our vehicle shop's going to be. Several productions are built into the map. Up here as well, we have our animal dealer up here. We make our way out of town along this road. Come up to a train silo. Train makes an interesting loop. Around here, we have a biogas plant that seems to be tied to this farm. And I think this farm is the only one that's really fully built or close to being fully built out. We have a grain dryer. We have a silo. We have really great details like this creek bed. Continuing down, we have another farm here, kind of a smaller operation. And then we have the blue farm over here in the northeast corner. Lots of animal pastures at all of these farm areas. And then we have sites like this. Right. We make our way down the eastern side of the map. Lots of big agricultural fields. Again, we have beautiful sites like this. Steer along the river. This will be farm, what, 4? Complete with a little pond here and around the back. Riverboat restaurant. And we have another town down here in the south center. Lots of production. We've got an ethanol plant down here. So that was farm 4. Here's 5. Suppose. Continuation of that one. We'll call this one farm 6. It's a farmhouse, some farm buildings. It just keeps on going. And then the farm we set up camp at is, I guess, number 7. So no fencing yet. That will be placed before release. This pasture extends along this ridge. Then we have another cow barn here. Then we have sheep or goats over here. This is where we've been operating for the little bit we've done tonight. Then as far as productions go, we have a flour mill, we have Yingling beer, we purchased those. We have pizza company, a BGA, canning, carpentry, cement, a dairy, winery, whiskey production, bakery, oil, ethanol, sawmill, spinner, and a tailor. And that is Judith, Plains, Montana. 4X Mac coming to PC players near you. Definitely check and keep an eye out on his itch.io site. I do have that linked down in the description as well. So he'll be updating that as progress comes along. And you'll be the first to know by following that page when the map releases. We'll definitely be doing a map guide when the map does fully release. And I plan on previewing Plains and Prairies DLC on this very map once we get access to that. With that said, I want to thank you all for coming out, watching tonight, and spending the last couple hours with me hanging out. We had a great crowd tonight, and hope to see you guys in the near future for any new streams. I think I might be busy Wednesday, but keep an eye on the channel just in case. The other live stream that we typically do is going to be Wednesday night, but of course, Giants might drop a map or something else. And until next time, happy farming.